So I just got ready for gym. Hope I'm looking good. And Bangalore weather is also looking good as always. Let me go inside. There's some construction work going on. So anyway, while I was getting ready, I was wondering why is it that I have been able to be so consistent with my habit of going to the gym and why I struggled so long to get disciplined and consistent with my all the other habits. And what I found was that it's because of one simple thing that I was applying to my habit of going to the gym, and when I subconsciously applied that thing to my other habits also, literally everything fell back into place. And I think this is literally one thing that everyone who is disciplined applies it. This is what will make or break your discipline, and that is a concept of what I call anchors. When I started going to the gym, what I realized is that the reason why I was able to be so consistent, even though the rest of my life was totally down bad, I used to wake up in afternoon, evening, I used to just do nothing productive all day, and the only productive thing I used to do was going to the gym after waking up. And that is where the answer is to discipline. The reason why I was able to be so consistent with going to the gym was because it was attached to an anchor, and that anchor was waking up. I'll expand a bit more. See, when I wake up, the only option I have is to go to the gym. So I will subconsciously start brushing my teeth, start getting ready, eat my pre-workout meal, maybe even thinking about what workouts I'm going to do, and I would just go to the gym. I would not need any motivation. I would not need to convince myself. Those phases of my life where I used to go to the gym later in the day, that's when I used to struggle a little bit. That's when I would start missing my gym sessions. I was so down bad that I used to wake up in the evening and I would literally go to the gym at like 9 p.m. do my workout fast because gym closes at 10 p.m. So I have been there. But the only productive thing and consistent thing I was able to do was gym, and that is because I associated it with waking up. And when I applied this simple concept to my other activities as well, that's when literally my whole life fell into place. I feel like years ago I was the most indisciplined guy in the world. I used to do nothing productive. I used to wake up all night, sleep in the morning, wake up in the evening. But now I wake up early in the morning, 5 6 a.m. Along with going to the gym, I follow good diet, I work hard, I read, I meditate. So all the good habits that I wanted to integrate in my life, now they have become very natural. And that is because I applied this concept of anchors to all the habits. And I'll explain what are anchors. Anchors are basically timestamps of some key activities that you do every day. So earlier for this gym habit, I obviously wake up every day, so I did not have to actually establish this anchor. So that is why I was able to also be consistent with it as well. But now when I have consciously applied these anchors throughout the day and anchored them to a specific timestamp, that's where the magic happened. Earlier I used to wake up at any time, but now I wake up in the morning. So that is my first anchor. After that, I do a work session. Now I don't go to the gym first thing in the morning because first of all I'm able to be consistent anyway, and secondly I like to work when my focus is at the highest, which is at the morning. So I do a work session. Second anchor is my first meal, which is 9:30 a.m. At 9:30 a.m. I have my first meal. Third anchor is at 12 p.m. I would start getting ready for the gym and make sure by 1 p.m. I have left for the gym. Fourth anchor is I try to return from the gym by 3:30 and finish my last meal of the day by 4:30. So you can see a trend. There is an anchor every 2 to 3 hours. And then my next anchor is I would start winding down my day by 7 p.m. Doesn't matter if the work is over or not. I have to make sure that by 7 p.m. I would start winding down my day. And the last anchor of the day, which I think is literally the most important anchor of the day, is sleeping on time. Most of us focus on waking up on time when we are trying to get disciplined, but I have realized that sleeping on time is way more important when you're trying to get disciplined. So I make sure I sleep by a specific time. If I sleep on time, I would wake up on time and everything else will stay on order. And the reason why the concept of anchor has been so life-changing for me, because let's say something bad happens. Let's say I have had a bad day. Let's say there's some relatives coming to your house. Anything would happen which can disrupt your normal routine. And when that starts happening, you go in a downward spiral and sooner than later you realize you are again at square one. But what this concept of anchor helps you do is that even if something goes bad, you subconsciously know that even if things have gone bad, let's start winding down by 7 p.m. Okay, if I cannot do that, if I'm sleeping very late, I will give you my example. Some days ago, my friend visited me. We had a party, and because of which I ended up sleeping like at 2 3 a.m. So, which was really late than my usual sleeping time. So, you can imagine everything else literally felt like will fall apart. Next day, I woke up like at 8 a.m. I had a bad sleep, but I just woke up. I tried to have my first meal by 9:30 a.m. I missed my first work session, obviously. Then after that, I took an afternoon nap. Then I tried to go to the gym on time. Then when I came back, I tried to work a little bit. Then I again tried to sleep on time. And the next day, I woke up a little late, but things were already looking much better. I again followed each of my anchors properly. I took my first meal at 9:30 a.m., went to the gym at 1 p.m., finished my last meal at 4:30 p.m. and slept on time. And when I did that, by day 3, I was back on track. So I think that's what changed my life, because earlier I would get on a good spree, I would become very disciplined, but suddenly something would happen. Maybe something would fall apart in work, maybe anything in general which does not go as expected. That would throw me off and I would go to my usual self. But now I sort of have a blueprint. Every 2 to 3 hours, I know this is what I should be doing. And if you notice, each of these things are not very tough to follow. Like I can start having my first meal by 9:30 a.m. I have to just take out food, start eating it. 12 p.m. I have to start getting ready for the gym. It's not like very tough thing to do. Even if you're having a bad day, you can still follow these things. And this is why I specifically chose these anchors. So hopefully this concept is something which is valuable. And let me know if you're going to apply this concept to your life and tell me how it works out for you. Because for me, I feel I was so indisciplined. I was the most undisciplined guy in the world, and if I am able to be disciplined following this concept, I think anyone can. So start anchoring some activities of your day which you just do them anyway. Let's say you return from your school or college at a specific time. Allocate some activity after that. Okay, once I return from school or college, I would do this. Once you allocate this, you make sure this activity will happen every day. As they said, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall back to the level of your systems. So this is kind of a system, a framework that you're going to be making for yourself. And once you start doing this, each of your day will be more productive, you will be more disciplined every day, and each day is slowly going to start adding up to a week, and those weeks will start adding to a month, and this can be truly life-changing. So hope this concept helped you. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.